The third kind of skill verification question is a question like this. How does and the concept work, or how do and the concepts work? So it's all about plural and singular again, about how does with a singular, how do with a plural, okay? So for example, how does a relational database management system work? How does version control work? Describe how distributed computing works. These are all the same kind of questions that you will receive. You will get these questions in the first 5-10 minutes. When the senior developer in the interview wants to check, do you understand? Do you know what you need to know, basically, right? So let's look at two simple structures that will help you build an answer for these kind of questions. Name works by verb and ing, which enables name by allowing name. All right. And then the principle of name involves name, which is fundamental for name, facilitating name. All right. Now, the word name is the name of the concept or the idea. It could be relational databases, event-driven program, and that's what you will substitute into your answer. Okay. So again, if you have singular, you have machine learning works by, but it's not correct to say machine learning work by. RESTful APIs is a plural, so you must say RESTful APIs work by. All right. Okay, so one example here. The model view controller, MVC architecture, works by separating an application into three main logical components: the model, the view, and the controller, which enables efficient, so again, the pronunciation, efficient code organization and separation of concerns by allowing independent development, testing, and maintenance of each component. All right. So you have three fundamental sentences here: works by, which enables, by allowing. They're really almost like building an algorithm or building a structure where you just start to build your own answer. Okay. Now, again, if you have here MVC architecture works by separating. Now, I'm repeating a lot about how if you have a preposition and a verb, it must be an ing in English, because it's very different to other languages. MVC architecture works by separate is incorrect. Works by to separate, also incorrect. All right. And just be careful then that if MVC architecture works by, don't forget the S, architecture work by, is incorrect, or working. They're just small little possible grammar mistakes, okay? Because WebSockets work by plural, event-driven programming works by established, right? So again, event-driven programming works by executing code in response to specific events, which enables dynamic and interactive software applications by allowing decoupled code interactions between senders and receivers. So again, this is really almost like the three sentence: works by, which enables, by allowing. Because you probably know a lot about the concepts in your job interview, but it's just giving you the words and the sentence structures for you to build your answer, okay? Now let's look again side by side. Event-driven programming works by executing code. So again, if you forget the S, work by, it's incorrect. Which enables incorrect, and by allowing is incorrect, all right? WebSockets work by establishing, ing, a persistent two-way communication channel between the client and the server, which enables real-time data transfer and communication by allowing the connection to remain open for the duration of the interaction. Okay, so again, this is a very simple structure, just three basic sentences like that. And this is our last structure of today's lesson. So the principle of involves name, which is fundamental for name, facilitating name. Now, the verb facilitate means to make possible, to make easy, or to make it just nice and easy and simple, right? The principle of a relational sorry, let me start that again. The principle of a relational database management system involves storing data in tables that are related to each other through unique identifiers or keys, which is fundamental for efficient data. There's that word again, efficient data management and retrieval, facilitating complex queries and transactions. Now, again, if we look here at involves, so the principle of involves and name, well, it really should be a verb here, because my point is that if you have the word involves or includes, you need to put the verb with ing after. Involves storing data in tables. But to say involves storing or involves store is not correct in this case, right? The principle of the principle of load balancers and network traffic management involves distributing. So here involves distribute, that's incorrect. Incoming network traffic across multiple servers, which is fundamental for ensuring, ing, no single server becomes overwhelmed by requests, facilitating high availability and reliability of applications. So in those two last words, availability and reliability, listen to the vowel. Availability. Availability. Right? So that availability, reliability. All right? Which is fundamental for ensuring. So ensure is a verb you see again and again and again in IT. I see it every single day in my research, absolutely every day. But when you're building a sentence with this structure, which is fundamental for, you have a verb, it must be in the ing, right? Fundamental for ensuring, right? All right, so one more example. The principle of version control involves, and managing with ing, changes to project files over time, which is fundamental for tracking revisions and collaborations among multiple contributors, facilitating efficient project management and error correction, right?